Welcome to my podcast. The Meg 2 The Trench is a movie, alright. Last year, I made a video talking about a little indie film, called The Meg, which is an hour and 40 minutes of Jason Statham and his gang tracking down a big-ass shark, and it was fun. I watched it in theaters with my cousin, and it became a meme within our friend group. We memed it so much that the sequel came out. And yes, I'm gonna milk the Nostalgia Critic clip dry. Fight me. That, of course, would lead me to go and see The Meg 2 in theaters. Unfortunately, not with my cousin this time. And, kinda stinky. It had some good things, but they don't outweigh the dookie in this poo sandwich. As the #1 Meg fan on YouTube, no one else can take that title away from me, except for, the guy that read the books, because I don't have the books. Let's just start with the more positive stuff, just to, get it out of the way. The intro is, it's fun, with dinos running about and little, lizards eating each other. The Meg, somehow, comes out of water and eats a T-Rex. I do know it looks cool. Jason Statham fighting sharks at the end of the movie is great. A lot of cool action. What else? Oh yeah, DJ. His character's developed even more now. He learned how to fight and swim and shit. And he has a bag full of his survival shit.
Check this out. Come here, baby. Come here. Bam. Yeah, I even made poison-tipped bullets just like Jaws 2.
Yeah, they made a condom joke with it.
Different kind of emergencies.
Jonas has grown as a character, and is almost like a father figure to Mei Ying. Oh yeah, she came back for this. But Chinese actress Li Bingbing from Transformers 4 and The Meg didn't. I read she didn't come back because she wanted to step away from acting for a bit, or forever, or whatever. If that's the case, then, well, that's cool. Fucking slay queen, I guess. I also like the idea of being able to control the Meg with the Meg pup they caught and monitored. Jonas is obviously against the idea because, the first movie. But the uncle, I forgot his name, and I would probably butcher the pronunciation, isn't as doubtful. That same Meg also shows up at the end and kills the big octopus that shows up in the third act. But unfortunately, the goods don't outweigh the bads, so...
Beep in my soda, beep in my soda, drink it.
Let's start by addressing the Meg-sized elephant in the room. Jonas couldn't live that far below sea level. I don't care if they try to rationalize it, oh, he's gotta breathe through his sinuses. All that pressure from the water in the ocean would have crushed him. They are like tens of thousands of meters down. Yeah. What about the weird suits of armor they wore? I mean, you can ask that, sure, but how do the astronauts survive in space with those suits? The suits they wore in the movie are kind of like underwater space suits. Another thing I want to bring up are the villains. This movie didn't need them. Basically, the whole plan is to mine for metals in the trench so they can sell them for profit. The movie says they're used it for computing and other things that could benefit us. I mean, sure, fracking the planet for its resources, it's shit. It's awful. Nada. Took a whole class about it. It's not good. But what about all the sedimentation in the water? Sedimentation usually blocks life from going into the water, which, kills the plant, which kills corals and shit. They are thousands of meters under the water. No light is getting that far down, nor is it getting past that thermocline. So I assume marine life would have to use bioluminescence in order to see. Wait, why am I giving a college, TED talk on this? Isn't the whole point of this movie to, escape reality? This is about a big shark, Jason Statham, and China. If I wanted to know more about the ocean, I would have taken a class, and I did, and I'll do it again. Since the plan is bogus and not necessarily the worst thing, IMO, the writers made the villains, pull out your bingo cards for this one, cartoonishly bad.
We'll be back at work in a week using your technology to take whatever we want.
Your institute will be a platform that we use
To plunder the ocean for decades.
And before you start whining about the ecosystem, who cares? We'll make billions, and no one is going to see the damage we do.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up what I just said. Now, if they're trying to use the animals in the trench for profit, yeah, I can see that. That's shit. You can't. I think that's worse than the metals. But these guys, no, I don't think anyone's gonna think they were good antagonists. But it was satisfying seeing them get eaten by other beasts in this. One more thing, the humor. It's not the best. I'd argue the first movie had funnier jokes, and that had an insertion joke. If I managed to laugh at a fucking sex joke, I was set. This movie's humor almost feels like Marvel humor.
$50 says this is gonna end badly.
I'll take that action.
I am all in for Team Shark.
What? You can't bet on a shark, man.
A friend of mine pointed this out, but I remember him saying that you cut away from the action too much in the third act. I mean, I kind of see it. No, I don't want to nitpick everything about the movie because, well, I don't have the time or patience. So, yeah, if you want more on this topic, just watch Most Critical's video on it or something. I don't know. The movie ends similarly to the first, with them killing the Megs and the lizard creatures, and then they celebrate. Play the stock sound effect of the children screaming that's in all the Freddy games. Yeah, there you go. Yeah! Overall, this movie wasn't as good as the first, but it had its moments, you know? If they were to make a third one, and judging by the box office they definitely are, then some things should be patched up in the writing process before they, film the thing. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the movie. I'm tired as balls, dude.
When black people in the theater and the movie ends.